Hello everyone! Before this video gets started, I do want to quickly say that this original painting is for sale on my Etsy store, and I am also going to have a very limited run of prints. I also wanted to mention that the store is closing at the end of this week. I'm going on vacation and I don't want to have like people ordering stuff and me not able to fulfill them because I'm going on vacation. So yeah, if you want to grab this original, grab some prints, grab anything from my shop before it closes for a little while, please do so soon because it is closing. Thank you. Now let's get into the video. For supplies for this video, I am using some Blick student grade acrylic paints. I am also using this canvas from Daler Rowney, and I'm using these Utrecht, I am not pronouncing that right, brushes, and also a matte varnish. Alright, so now let's actually start the video. So, as you can tell by the title and by everything else, I tried acrylic painting for the first time. I have been feeling really stuck in my art and like I'm just doing the same exact thing over and over again. So I wanted to try a totally new medium, which is exactly what I did. I started off by sketching out just a cute little witch on my piece of canvas. Like I said, I'm using a Daler Rowney canvas. And yeah, I wanted to do something that wasn't too challenging in terms of subject matter because I wanted to get a feel for the materials and for the paints, and a cute witch is something that like I'm really comfortable with. So while I didn't really push myself in terms of what I was drawing, I really pushed myself with painting and with the materials that I used. I don't think I have used acrylic paints since I was a kid. I remember distinctly I painted a fairy dancing on a rose when I was, I think, 12 years old. I was just getting into art and I hated it. I was like, this is so hard, I don't know what I'm doing. And I like swore off acrylic paints after that, and I bought watercolors instead. And I used watercolors and Copics as my primary mediums since then, and I haven't really done much of anything else. But I just, like I said, I've been feeling stuck and gross and uninspired, and like everything that I do turns out the same, and I just wasn't feeling challenged, or I was kind of feeling challenged but in a way that I didn't quite know how to, like, I don't know, I was just feeling weird and stuck and gross. So I was just at a convention this past weekend and I did pretty well, if I can say so myself. I don't want to toot my own horn, but I used the money that I made from the convention to treat myself, and I bought acrylic paints. And I had to buy quite a few different things because I had no supplies that was fit for making acrylic paintings. I had to buy the paints themselves, I had to buy some canvases, I had to buy different paintbrushes, which I don't think I like the paintbrushes that I got. I don't know if it's the paintbrushes or if I just don't know how to use them, but they're also really big, and I bought really small canvases, so I need to buy smaller paintbrushes. But I had to buy those, I had to buy a palette. Gosh, what else? I had to buy varnish, because like varnish is something that I don't really do with my watercolor paintings. And yeah, so I took my happy butt to my local art store, which actually I had to drive into. I didn't drive, I took the train into Boston, and it was like an all-day ordeal because there's no Blicks in Salem. The closest one is in Boston, so that was fun. I had to like go on an adventure. But yeah, so I went there. The Blicks in Boston, I will say, is lovely and beautiful, and there are 2 stories, and it was a lot of fun. And I picked out all the supplies that I wanted. I also picked up some wood panels as well, and I want to try to paint on some wood panels, which I'm really excited about. But for this piece, just to get started, I just did a canvas. And I did do a few paintings before this one, so it is a bit dishonest, I guess, to say that this is like my first ever acrylic painting, because I also bought some like a canvas sketchbook type thing. It's like canvas paper, and I was just using that to kind of get a feel for like how the colors blended together and how to do different effects. I did a few like portrait studies just to kind of get a feel, so I wasn't going in totally blind. But yeah, so like I mentioned before, I sketched out a cute little witch, and then I just kind of went in with the paints, and I don't really have an exact rhyme or reason as to what exactly I did, because I kind of just winged it because I don't quite know what I'm doing yet. I did watch like a lot of tutorials, like how to paint with acrylics on YouTube, which kind of helped me a little bit. Plus I did also use like the knowledge that I already have for like color mixing and blending and stuff like that. So I do feel like my artistic background did help me a little bit, so I wasn't totally blind, but I also was just making it up as I went along. It was a lot of fun, I will say. I feel so inspired now. I have not had this much fun painting anything in like months. It has been months since I've had this much fun with a painting, and it was just a really enjoyable experience. I love the paints that I got. I got the Blick student grade paints, which worked totally fine for me. The only thing, like I mentioned, I do think I want to get different paintbrushes, and the canvas that I got was also fairly cheap, so I may want to maybe invest in some better canvas, because the canvas paper that I used reacted a lot differently than this canvas did, and I liked the canvas paper better, so that leads me to think maybe this canvas isn't the best quality. But it was fine for a small painting like this, where I'm still pretty much like learning the ropes and just experimenting. I had a lot of fun with like the hair especially. I really loved the colors that I used, and I saw these when I was swatching all my colors, and I was like, oh, these look beautiful together. And that's what gave me the idea of drawing like a girl with this like braid with all the different colors in her hair, and she just kind of turned into a witch. So oh well. But yeah, it was great. It was fun. I highly, highly, highly recommend, if you are feeling stuck or burnt out with your art, doing something completely different, like buying like art supplies that you've never used before. You don't have to go like all out like I did and get everything, but just kind of changing your mentality a little bit and not being afraid to make something that looks bad can help a lot, because a lot of the studies that I did before this one do look like hot messes, because I just had no idea what I was doing, and it was really fun that way. I really didn't stress about making something that looked good. I just was playing, and it reminded me of like why I got into art in the first place, why I love art so much. I love to play with art supplies, and I like to create things, and I just like to have fun, and I haven't felt like that in so long, so this was really almost emotional for me in a way, if that sounds kind of silly, but like it was therapeutic in a way that I didn't realize that I needed. And I really enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun. So yep, I do expect more acrylic paintings from me in the future. Excuse me. I will definitely be doing more because I had a blast, and I can't wait to push myself even more and discover what more things I can do with acrylics. And yeah, let me know if you have done acrylic paintings. I'd love to see them. I find that there's not a lot of acrylic artists on YouTube. I was kind of looking for some, and it was a bit of a struggle to find any. So if you do acrylic paintings, please drop a link in that comment section below and let me know what you think of this, and let me know if more acrylic paintings is something you guys would like to see. I'm gonna make them anyway, but I'd like to hear your input too. And that's about it. Like I said at the beginning of this video, this painting is for sale, so if you would like to take it home, you can head over to my Etsy. Oh, and this is the varnishing part. I kind of got really scared because it goes on really white and streaky, like you can see the varnish on the painting, and I was like, oh my god, I've ruined it, it's done, the whole painting's ruined. But then it dried, and it dries completely clear, and I freaked out for absolutely no reason, so that was funny. Anyway, if you would like this painting, it's on my Etsy. I am doing limited prints as well. Once the prints are gone, they're going to be gone for forever. I'm not going to have like another print run of these. I just thought it'd be fun to kind of throw them up and see if anyone would like them. And yeah, do get them before the shop closes on the 21st, this Friday. I am going out of town to visit my family for the first time in over a year, and I'm so excited to see them. And yeah, let me know if you guys would like to see maybe like a home vlog or anything. That'd be kind of fun. But thanks for hanging out with me today. Thanks for listening to my rambles about acrylic painting and all that jazz. I appreciate you guys being here, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye guys!